Simon Diamond Soul here again, and this is a very special park, a very big park. I filmed this in this park. We can see part of the city here and also part of the mountain. I filmed with my old camera, and yeah, because I have more memory with my old camera, it will be a long video. There might be NPCs sometimes, so I won't film them. I'll be very careful. And I don't want to see too much people in this video, but I won't film the NPCs. Anyway, yes, so the first part would be about the current war, Israel against Palestine. So this is the first part, but the second part will be about NPCs, angel and demons, my explanation. It might be in two parts because it's a long video, but I bring two memory cards with me, so we should be okay. Right now, I filmed this video in a very big park. This place is called the Park Frederick Bach, and it's in the neighborhood of Saint-Michel, in the city of Montreal. This is a very beautiful and special park, and I came here with my brother from France a month ago. But now my brother is back in France, and I feel a little sad about it. But there is a high chance that I go visit him in France in the year 2025, if France still exists at that time. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, as an introduction to this video, I will talk about the current war between Israel and Palestine. Oh, sorry, there's a lot of wind. And I know this is a very delicate topic, so I will be very careful with my words and what I say. But first, from my heart, I want to give my condolences to the Israeli people who perished in that terrorist attack by Hamas on that music festival. Innocent people being slaughtered, cold-blooded, just like they were cattle. This is indeed a very horrific scene, and I feel sad for the families who lost their loved one. But what makes me even more sad is the kidnapping of innocent children and babies. That's terrible, and I have no word for such cruelty. As I hope those children will be safe and released, of course, and I will pray for them. Moreover, I think Hamas is an evil, corrupt, sadistic and demonic organization, and that they need to be eliminated. So with that being said, I also want to give my condolences to all the Palestinian people, more precisely people in Gaza right now. In Gaza right now, the counterattack of the Israeli army is totally horrible as well. Innocent people being bombed by missiles every hours and every day, houses being destroyed, family being decimated, and children being killed. I have no word for that cruelty as well, and it really saddened me. This war in general saddened me, but all of this is not the fault of the common people in this war, and my opinion is an opinion of peace, as we common people should not fight against each other. As I put all the blame on the politician in regard to this situation. But before I go into that, I just want to say that I'm totally neutral about this war for many reasons. Oh, there's a plane. I will wait. There's a plane. Yeah, I'm neutral about this war for many reasons. And what I mean is that I won't pick up a side or choose one group over another. So yes, I stay neutral for those reasons. First, who am I to pick a side as a French Canadian? This is not my fight, and this is not my war, period. Second, this war is way too confusing and complicated for me, as I still don't understand enough of the history of Israel and Palestine. Okay, there's no NPC around, good. Yeah. What I was saying. Yeah, all I know is that Israel was created in May 14, in the years 1948. I also know that before, that territory was indeed Palestine. So little by little, Palestine was replaced by Israel. So in other words, the Palestinians were completely invaded by the Israeli. So now I understand why they are angry. I understand because as French Canadian, my country was invaded too in the past by the English army. And my ancestors were oppressed and killed by the English army. But I won't go too much into detail about this, as it is a topic for another video. But all I want to say is that I understand the anger of the Palestinians, but I don't promote or encourage violence toward the Israeli or any Jewish people. As I said, I am for peace, and common people, we should not fight against each other. Because this is all the government's fault, their bad decision about this war. But I won't go too much into detail about this because I don't want this video to be deleted, as I put too much effort writing the script and doing research about this topic. But at least I will say that the president of Israel, Benjamin, his name is complicated, Benjamin Netanyahu, should immediately stop this war and stop bombing Gaza. Also, Hamas should release the hostage and stop all the terrorist attacks, as I'm for peace. Another plane, guys. Oh, I think there's our NPC coming too. I'm not sure. Yes, but I know this is unrealistic for me for wishing peace. Things will escalate probably, as I fear that we will see more violence and riot in the future, and that tension will rise. We will see crime rise and civil unrest in big cities. But what I despise the most in all of this is the racism I see rising. Racism against Jewish people and racism against Muslims. This is very unfair, and me personally, I hate racism. To me, racism is a lack of understanding and a lack of education. Racism is also a lot of ignorance and sometimes a mental illness. So I really don't like racism, and I can see it inside the riot all around the world right now. So it's a shame. And I see a lot of tension and aggressivity on the internet too right now, and in real life too. Tension also in high school and at university campus. People who choose to pick a side and fight against each other, and it should not be like that, because this is exactly what the elite want. The elite and the ultra rich want people to be divided so they can have control over them, more control. And no, this is not a conspiracy theory, because if you look back at history, things has always been that way. The super rich control the poor. That is simple as this, even if it's more complex than this. In fact, all of this was planned in advance, and fuck, there's NPC. I just wait. Yeah, wait a little bit. There's a plane there. Yeah. What I was saying? Oh, another NPC. Yeah. Yeah, I was saying the super rich have always controlled the super rich, and it's planned in advance. This is the work of the Lord of Darkness. Oh, it smells weed. I don't know where it comes from. This is the plan of the Lord of Darkness, Satan, also named Lucifer in Christianity. Those Satanists rule us from the top, and I know it's a scary topic, as I don't want to think too much about that or talk too much about that. This is also too complex and complicated for me, so I will stop talking about it. Okay, it was just a guy smoking weed. I don't care. And some NPCs. Yeah, this is a long introduction. But what I can talk about is the World Economic Forum Plan and Agenda 2030 to control all the population on Earth. And I am sure that the World Economic Forum has something to do with this war. Well, I'm not 100% sure, but it seems clear to me that they will get involved very soon. as they will use the excuse of civil unrest to implement new rules, regulations, and laws. One of these changes will be to implement a cashless society and get rid of the American dollars, and also not only in USA but slowly all around the world. And I think it's already started in some place in the world, but I'm not sure where. Anyway, they will replace money with a digital money called Universal Basic Income, known as UBI. So this is very bad because the government will have control over your money, but I won't go into detail about this as there is enough information about it on the internet. But this does not look good, guys. Also, there will be more surveillance in the city and also more tracking technologies and systems. They will use the excuse of security and civil unrest to put more surveillance in big cities. Also, they will make the tax and inflation go higher, and they will use the excuse of climate change to do that. Climate change. No NPC so far. And finally, they will make us eat insects. And at first I did not want to believe it, as I thought it was silly, but they're already making tests in some industry to see if it's gonna work. How about it? Now we will see cricket burger at McDonald's and Burger King. I'd rather starve than eating some insect. It is not good for our health. Also, in that same topic, they will discourage people from eating meat, all in the name of climate change. Wow, this is ridiculous. But enough talking about this, as it was a long introduction. And there may be many parts to this video since it's a long video with full of hard work. So now we have arrived at the main topic. And now I will show you my research and in my note. It's a list of 3 rows that explain the difference between angels, demons, and NPCs. And yes, some of these characteristics come from the internet, but also it comes from my personal knowledge and as well. With time and experience, I come to recognize the difference between regular NPC or proper demons or proper angel. And today it's very easy for me to recognize them as I can see them with my eyes. So now I will show you the list. It's starting to get cold here. I think there will be 2 parts. Yeah, I have a list characteristic of NPCs, angel and demons. So I go quick with that. So there's a 13 point NPCs. 13 point. Number 1, they love the Matrix and they obey its rule. 2, they believe in the spirit. They don't believe in the spiritual world. 3, they are pretty stupid and do not think for themselves. 4, they are incapable of critical thought. 5, they rarely do their own decision. Wait, there's a plane again. 6, they lack introspection and self-reflection. 7, they fail to question authority. 8, they display conformity and obedience. 9, they lack an individual opinion. 10, they attack in group, but alone they are very scared. 11, they make more babies than angels and demons. Oh, I thought there was someone. No, there's nobody. This is a delicate topic too. 12, they are easily controlled by fear. 13, they are carnal creatures just like demons. To them, it's all about sex. It's all about sex, drug, food, and booze. I mean alcohol. So that's about the NPCs. Now, the NPCs, by the way, are 70% people in the population, I think. Angel 10% and demons 20%. But that's just my opinion, as for my research. So angel 1, they are intelligent and wise. 2, they are very patient. 3, they can be joyful and have a beautiful smile. 4, they are modest. 5, they are holy. 6, they are glorious. 7, they are immortal. 8, they are mighty and powerful. 9, they are obedient to God. 10, they have willpower. 11, they don't seem to need rest. 12, they can eat food. 13, they can be visible or invisible to us. That's very interesting. 14, they can operate in our physical realm, of course. 15, they can travel at incomprehensible speed. 16. They are heroes and sent to earth to do good and clean the world from evil. 17. They don't sin unless they are corrupted by a super strong demonic spirit. 18. They have special aura around them, and if you know it, and you know it when they are in a crowded place or in a room. What I mean is, if you are in a room with many people, you will recognize the angel because he really glows. He's very shiny. You see it in a room that is different. I just take a break. So now we arrive at the demon part. Number 1, they sin a lot. They have evil passion. 2, they are carnal creatures and they are all about the flesh. 3, they do a lot of illegal stuff. 4, they can kill you if they feel threatened. 5, they do horrible evil like steal, rape, kidnapping and torture. 6, they walk very strange and have a hostile attitude and appearance. 7, they are corrupt and evil. 8, they are empty inside just like a vessel. 9, they have strong influence on others. 10, they are malevolent entity. 11, they share the ability to summon other of their kind. That's very scary. 12, they can see into other people's future. 13, they are very intelligent creature. Yes, they're very wise. But it's not a good intelligence, but they're very intelligent. Anyway. 14, they can corrupt and possess people's mind. Yeah, that's very scary too. 15, they have different levels from level 1 to 50 or over. Yeah, they have level, the demons. 16, powerful demon can change appearance. 17, they can cast spell and do witchcraft. 18, they can try to kill you in your dreams. Another scary thing. 19, they are only afraid of God and Jesus. 20, demons do not respect anyone that they have control over. To escape their control, you have to be spiritually connected to God, and also you need to pray. You need to pray, of course. So that was my big list. The characteristic of NPCs and angel and demons. And now there's a lot of NPCs around. Maybe I will change place. I'll take a little break. Yeah, it's very same. Every time I start talking about this topic, it don't take much time before the NPC come around, and now they're not too far. That's strange. When you talk about this, they come. But we're almost finished. But it might the camera might shut down. I try to hurry up. Yeah, so I'll continue. So we arrive at the conclusion of this video. It's a difficult part too. So now, yeah, it's a long conclusion. It's very personal information, and maybe I should not share this, but I will. It will help you understand why I am the way I am. So get ready for the truth about my special power, or maybe it's a curse. Anyway, so. I will say it straight. I am possessed by a Nephilim. What is a Nephilim, you might ask? It's a special kind of fallen angel. In fact, Mastema is the king or the chief of the Nephilim. And the Nephilim are fallen angels who can possess humans. These fallen angels are sinners, and when they are possessed, when they possess a human, they make that human do sin. Also, Mastema appears in the Book of Jubilees, a very complicated book. Yeah, the camera is still running. Good. Mastema is the tester of human with God's permission, and he controls the Nephilim. Yeah, God gave his permission to Mastema, so he can test human. Yeah, he controls the Nephilim, Mastema. Well, that was a little bit of history, but that alone does not explain everything. As I don't know when exactly did I get cursed or possessed, but I think it's a long time ago. It may have started at my childhood. I will explain why. When I was 7 years old, my parents moved to another house. It was a big house and a very old house. There was a big hallway in the middle floor, and there was also a basement in that house, a very creepy basement. At that time, I was very young, and this house did impress me. It have a lot of history. Yeah, I have a lot of history in that house. In fact, in that house. Yeah. Anyway, when my parents were outside from the house, and it was just me and my little brother inside. Well, what I mean is that when my parents were not in the home, but not too far away either, I was starting to see things. And what I saw was horrific. I was seeing black shadows sometime in the long hallway, and sometime I was seeing them when I was in the basement. But they would appear just a few seconds and then disappear. They would appear just 1 second, just enough so I can see it and be scared. The description of this, it was a tall black form in the shape of a human. It has no face and no eyes, but it was very frightening. Sometimes I was even yelling when it appeared to me, so it scared me. I was not seeing them every day, but at least 1 time a week. So when I reached the age of 12, I completely stopped seeing these dark creatures. But I wonder if these dark shadows have something to do with the Nephilim and my possession. I really don't know, but it did not help me. It did not help me. Also, I was bullied every day at school just because I was different from the other kid. And sometimes my father was violent with me and my little brother. Well, he never punched me in the face, but he was indeed very aggressive. But I did forgive him later for that. Anyway, all of this to say that I had a rough childhood. And later, when I became an adolescent, at the age of 17, I started to rebel. It's almost finished, guys. I don't want to be too part, but we never know. When I was adolescent, I was hanging with the wrong person, wrong people, and then I started to try different hallucinogenic, it's hard to say, hallucinogenic drugs. So I had hallucination at that time. I was around 18 and 19 at that time, and after that, in my 20s, I became an alcoholic. I drank so many years, all my 20s and all the middle of my 30s too. But from 2018 to 2021, I quit alcohol for 3 years. For 3 years, I was sober, but unfortunately, I began to drink in 2021 until 2023. And then I stopped again. In January 2023, I stopped completely drinking. Now I am sober since January, but I have been into the kingdom of darkness and been through the hell's gate. What I mean is that I've been through hell, and during those years I was very lost. But in reality, I was never part of my sin. I was not part of that. I really hate myself when I fall short, and I don't want to be like that anymore. The only thing I want is to be close to God and pray with God. Yeah, I want to be close to God. And there's a plane again. So that was my little story, and it may explain why I'm possessed by Nephilim. But I am sure there is a way to cast away that demon. I just have to find out and pray, and as I don't want to sin no more. So I also wanted to talk about the mark of the beast in this video, but I will do another video about that. So I will finish the video now. But one last thing. Life is hard these days, and sometimes I feel like we have arrived at the last chapter of human history. I had this feeling of the last days recently. Good, the NPCs are gone. They were just there. Anyway, I don't care. Yeah, I have this feeling of the last days recently. But we must not lose hope and faith in those dark times. As humans, we are stronger. We are stronger than we think. Humans are stronger than they seem to be. With that being said, always stay true to yourself. Don't let the enemy get the best of you, and don't give up on life. Stay safe, brothers. Simon Diamond Soul. Simon Diamond Soul. See you next time. And I'm glad we could finish this video one shot. The old camera is a very good camera, by the way. Look at these strange things. What the fuck is that? Oh, sorry, YouTube. Yeah, Sam and Diamond Soul. Okay, bye bye.